Hello, Faith Team. We are so excited that we're here tonight. If you're watching the recording, awesome. We are so glad that you're here, no matter how you're here. And what is great is we have something exciting that we're going to share with you. This is something, I don't know about you, but I would love to see it in the chat because I know a lot of you are either working still or whatnot, but see in the chat who would really, really, really love to earn the Bahamas, the first boat, and then who would really love to hit Emerald by next year. Please let me know in the chat if that is something you want to do, because I know I want to be there and I don't want to be alone. I mean, I want our whole team to be on there. So, and I know a few of us have been on incredible trips of Plexus, and some of you guys haven't yet. And we want you guys, the ones that have, I want every single person to experience the beautiful thing that Plexus does. And they really pour into their people. But what that looks like then is we've kind of got to elevate what we're doing, right? We have to elevate the things that really matter. And we have to, in the fact of, like, for instance, I'm going to give you an example. When I did Genevieve's coaching, I did it for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Every single Tuesday, I had to be on with my camera on. I had to show up. It elevated me in a way that I can't even tell you guys. Like, I know that what I did last year is why our team is where we're at today. So what I want to, well, not just me, it's me, Hannah, and Joya. What we want to offer you guys is that same elevation, that same elite kind of thing. And so what we're offering you, we're going to be starting it not this Thursday, but next Thursday, an elite coaching group. So what this elite coaching group is just that. We're going to be doing during lunchtime, because we know that everybody has, work time, and we want to make sure that, we try to hit several people as much as we can. And so on Thursdays from 12:30 to 1, just 30 minutes. Now there might be buffer time, don't get me wrong, but our goal is to be done by 30 minutes. What we're going to do is every single Thursday, we're going to meet, and this is your accountability. This is, you are getting coached. You are signing a contract to get into this group. Like, there are things that I'm going to go over on what this coaching looks like. So let me show you. It's going to be from now until December, because we know what we do now sets us up for Leaders Retreat, and Leaders Retreat ends in December. So we're going to be starting it now, next week, up until December. And then we'll reevaluate and we'll start a new group from then on, because we want to get you on both boats, not just one. And so what that coaching looks like is, again, we're going to have calls every single week. What this coaching looks like, though, is you guys have to be on with your cameras on. And if you aren't able to come every single week, that is okay. You can watch the recording, because we know a lot of people work full time. But you have to watch the recording, and you have to share with your upline, whether that's Hannah, Julia, or myself, what your takeaways are from that call. Because we're elevating ourselves. We're making sure that we're showing up, we're listening to the calls, we're getting the training that we need, and we're moving the needle forward. Now, every single week, we're going to be following the winning day sheet. I know a lot of you have done the winning day, and it really elevated what I did. When I did Genevieve's coaching, when all of us did it back in the day, it made us move. Now, granted, this might not be for you, and that's okay. But we want to make sure for the people that are ready to move the needle, that are ready to elevate and really get on both boats, this is the kind of coaching that you're going to need. You're going to need to be lovingly pushed in a gentle, loving way to encourage you, because you're the one signing the contract. We are actually going to have a contract for you guys to where you're like, yes, I will come ready. Yes, I will have my camera on. Yes, I will be an encouragement to others. Yes, I will not miss any call. And if I have to, I will let my sponsor know, or either whoever it is, Hannah, Julia, or myself. And you'll let one of us know. I have no idea where Julia is at the moment. I know that she had people from England coming in. So I bet she got taken away.
No, I mean, like, have you met her? She doesn't do anything gentle or loving.
Well, that's why there's 3 of us. So, but I will tell you, does she move the needle for you?
Does she move the needle for me?
Yeah, like,
or does she push me to do it?
Exactly. Does she push you? You said, have you met Julia? Like,
yeah, she does. But you said in a gentle, loving way, and I'm just saying.
If you
met Julia,
Yes.
There she
Yes.
is. There's the bulldog. She came
Uh-huh.
on.
Sorry. Well, Sarah and I had her product call with her dad just before this, and he had a really hard time getting on. And
Okay.
so it was just a little late. So I'm going to send her the link real quick.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going over the coaching right now.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
gentle, loving way in the fact that you have set, yes, Sam, Sam, want to be in this elite coaching. And yes, Sam, am going to be coached and held accountable to my actions. And so, in a gentle, loving way, I might be like, hey, Sam, you didn't show up last week. What's going on? Because you only get 2 excuses. That is it. So, when I say we're elevating you guys, this is elevated coaching. Now, again, I'm going to go reiterate that you can, if you are working, you can watch the recordings. We are going to record every single Thursday. And so all you have to do is watch that recording within 48 hours. And I'm going to give a timeline. I'll rewrite all this out and I'll go over the highlights here in a minute as well, or Julia can type them up in the chat. But 1, elite coaching. It's every single Thursday at 12:30 to 1 o'clock and some buffer, but we're trying to be at 30 minutes, 30-ish minutes. Cameras will be on. We're going to make sure that we're an encouragement. We're going to be, there for each other. If you cannot make it to any of the calls, please let one of us know. We're going to have a closed group. And the last thing that I want is somebody in there going, oh, I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it. Because then what that sets the tone for is everybody else having the feeling like, well, I can't either. So make sure if you can't make something that you're silently telling somebody else about it. And so making sure that those things are not in our chat. We want to keep the encouragement up. We want to keep motivation up, just like our rank up chat. Like we want to keep it highlighted in a very beautiful way. Because again, if you want to be Jessica Heffley in this business, in that kind of elevation, do you think she's going to handle any of that stuff? No, that's what we're doing. We're going to make sure that when you sign up for this, you're signed up for all of it. Okay. So winning day, what that looks like is you're going to do that 5 days. I don't care what those 5 days are, but we want to make sure that you have 2 days off. So these 2 days are so important, you guys. It really sets the tone for the rest of the week for you. You have a break, a mental break. Like we don't want you getting to where you burn out. It's the last thing that we want. But we are going to hold you to where if I was coaching you at the gym and I was trying and you're like, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, well, are you sure you want to lose it? Because I'm going to help you lose it. But are you sure you're ready for that commitment? And so it's going to be just like that. Like you are telling us what you want. And if you're like, okay, I need to hit Ruby by this month. Okay. Are you sure you really want the coaching? Yes, I do. Okay, well, we're going to help you. But when you come to us and say, oh, I just didn't have time, or I couldn't make the time, or I had XYZ happen, or whatever, it's like, okay, well, you told me, or you told Julia or Hannah, you were ready. Like, I understand life circumstances. We get it. I guarantee you, all of us have had life circumstances. All of us have had things happen, but it is what you're signing up for is we're going to hold you accountable to be like, when your head hits that pillow, your winning day sheet better be done because you'll be turning these winning day sheets in at the end of the week. And again, you're the only one that can lie to yourself. If you're lying on those sheets, it only comes back to you because every single month you have to at least sign one person. I almost felt like this was low because I know that I had to sign 3, but we all can sign one person in 30 days. One. And if you're doing this winning day sheet, then I promise you, we can all in 30 days have one brand customer. So one person has to be added by the end of the month, every single month that we're doing this. Okay, at the beginning of the month, just like right now, we're going to be getting your goals, what they look like. We're going to have you write that down like, okay, by the 30th, I want to be at this many points, or I want to rank up, or I want to have 1 silver, or I want to have whatever, because by the end of the month, you're going to turn those into us and we're going to look over those and be like, okay, so did you hit these goals? Like, how did it go? Where could we improve? What could we do differently? How can we help you in this area so that those goals happen? And again, we know school's starting. But guess what? School always starts every single year. Christmas is always every single year. Thanksgiving is always every single year. Holidays, families showing up. I mean, look at Hannah on a call. She was caulking her house a minute ago, her little thing. Now she's doing the pool. Like we all have something all the time, right? This elevated coaching is all it is if you're ready to elevate yourself and be held accountable to your actions on what you want. That's what we are here for. Now, our team calls, we were moving them to 7 o'clock because we found that a lot of people couldn't make 9 o'clock anymore. 9 o'clock was getting harder for people that worked full time. 9 o'clock was getting, I mean, I was seeing poor Shara like, doing this on most of our team calls, but she was on. She never missed the most time. So like we were trying to figure out, we don't want people to miss Carissa's calls. Carissa's are so good right now. And we don't want anybody to miss those calls. So what can we do? We can have them 30 minutes before, Carissa's call. So that's why we're looking at moving our team calls to 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays are just team calls. Like we all know Tuesdays are just team calls. So that's another thing that we wanted to go over of looking at evaluating our team calls for 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, and they would be no more than that 30 to 45 minutes, same thing, because we have Carissa's right after. Okay, Hannah, I know Hannah's busy. Julia, I know you popped in late, or Hannah, both of y'all. Any other things that you would like to touch in on?
Go ahead, Hannah.
Well, I was going to apologize because I told the kid to get in the pool, but there's a storm and there's leaves and sticks and I don't want a hole in the pool. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this right now. But there you go, an example of real life, of things happening out of our control. But let me look back because there was one thing, but I can't think of it right now. So just 1 second.
So one of the things I was going to mention is I want you guys to remember that the reason we want to offer this is because we want to do better as leaders for you to help you reach your goals. I know a lot of us have been at a holding point in different situations, and we're tired of that for ourselves. We know we're tired of that for you too. And so one thing I wanted to make sure of is that you don't feel like this is something that we're like going to be like, this is like, you have to do this. This isn't for everybody. This isn't going to be for everybody, and that's okay. I want you guys to know that from us is if this isn't for you, that's all right. You don't have to do the elite coaching. This is for those people who are ready to see their business take off and who are ready to commit time. And whether that be commit time for going, signing one person a month or commit time for signing one person a week. Like we're here to help you meet your goals. It has nothing to do with our goals, but as leaders, if we're not rising you guys up to meet your goals, we're not doing our job as leaders. And so this is our opportunity to basically come alongside all of you who are ready to just really see this take off and be able to say, okay, I can work, 2 or 3 hours a week, but during that work week, we know exactly what we're going to do to help you reach your goals. So don't think you have to work 4 hours a week or 4 hours a week. I mean, you don't have to work 4 hours a week either, but you don't have to work 4 hours a day. Like this is going to be something that is based off of what you want. But if you really want it and you're really ready to see your business flourish, we want to come alongside you and be like, okay, let's go. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to say, yeah, okay, you really want this. Like, this is something like, for example, just out of the top of my head, Sam, here's the deal. You have bills to pay, girl. Let's pay these bills. Let's get them paid. Like you need 4 people this month, and let's get your bills paid. Like whatever that looks like for you guys, 3, there you go. Cause you got one. Look at you. So proud of you. Go. But that's what I mean. Like, we're going to be here to say, okay, listen, we're going to remind you of your why. We're going to be here to remind you of that. This isn't just because, I, have a business. This is because my family, I want to be with my family. I want to make this a priority because it's going to alleviate a lot of things in our home. So that's what I wanted to mention.
I think of it this way. When I want to elevate my nutrition, I'm going to hire a nutritionalist. When I want to elevate, my gym workouts, I'm going to hire a physical trainer. When I want to elevate something, I'm usually looking like I'm going to hire a person to clean my house. Like it's whatever that looks like. That's like this. We're just offering this to you guys as your leaders and just saying like, we're here to help you. And honestly, we are holding to the same standard. Hannah, myself, and Julia all still have to do the winning day with you. we're not excluded from this. We all have to sign one person every month. We all have to do the exact same thing. Come on every single Thursday with our cameras on, or watch the recording if we have to. But I've already made the commitment that I will more than 100% be there unless, some craziness happens. But either one of us will take that. Now on Thursdays, these calls will look like, okay, Christy, tell me how's your week? How's your week going? How can we help you? What's your conversations looking like? Where do you feel like you're stuck? Tell me what message you send to her. This is what I would say back. Like, that's what these Thursdays will do, because we want to help you move that needle and not feel like it's stuck all the time, or you feel like you can't close, or you're getting all objections, or whatever that is. We're going to help you in all of those areas, because I guarantee you, all three of us have been through them and some. And so we know how to help you move that. So Hannah, what else? Anything else?
Besides what I said, you're gonna handle that. I just want to say, I personally, and those of you that have been with Cassie for a while, probably noticed the difference too. I definitely noticed the difference in her leading and her leadership from doing the GymVF calls and trainings and all this elite training with GymVF prior to now. There is a drastic difference. And so I am excited for each of us that are willing to commit to this, to just see that. I mean, it's like, it's not tangible, we can't touch it, but we can see that growth and that change and that difference. And so I'm excited to do this with you all. So all of you that want to join, I'm so excited to do this with you. We're your cheerleaders, we're your support. It's going to be awesome. I love that there's grace built into it. So you can miss too, but you let your leaders know. And even if you're working during those calls, as long as you watch it within 48 hours, like that's a lot of grace. Within 48 hours, then you report back to them, what stood out to you. I think there's a lot of grace in this, because we do understand that you're all at different levels. Some of you are working full-time jobs. Some of your full-time jobs have gotten longer. Some of you are available during the day. Some of us are homeschooling our kids and working on math and numbers that we're not great at. We need Shara, but we're trying to teach our kids. So we're all in different seasons of life. And so I love the flexibility with this, but I'm super excited. And so all of you that can, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's something that our team, the faith team has been needing. And I just think God provided this opportunity. So let's take it and run with it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is in our rank up chat, we're going to give everybody some time to watch the recording, because we know some that couldn't make it tonight because they had other obligations. So we want to give them the same time, because that's why we're not starting this Thursday. We're starting next Thursday, because what we'll do is we're going to have a contract for you to sign, and you're going to send it to us so that we know who's signing up for this. And again, if this is not for you, that is okay. We don't want any pressure. We don't want you to feel like you're missing out, but you know that this isn't the right time. I will tell you, I'm not in GymVF's coaching right now because I didn't feel like it was the right time any longer. I got what I needed and I'm moving forward. Now, does that mean I might go back? She's offering it all the time. And so I'm continually, checking in on myself. Do I need it again? So this is what this is going to look like. If this goes well till December and we're like, oh my gosh, we want to keep this going, then we'll reevaluate and we're going to offer it again, because we want you on both boats. And so you'd be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can do it in January, or maybe I can do it whenever. So we want to give you that too, that it is up to you on what you guys want to do. Okay, so this is from now until December. We will have prizes for those that do this and that actually complete the work, okay? So I will go over those prizes more once we create our chat and who's all in there. So know that that is going to happen. I love giving prizes. It's one of my favorites. I love giving things away. And again, if it's something you don't like, give to a new customer or do whatever, because that's what we do. We bless somebody else so we can be a blessing. But I am excited to offer all of us to offer this to you guys, because this is going to elevate all of us. So there is that. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand that. Do you guys have any questions? Please, nothing is a dumb question. You're on here now. We want to answer any questions you have about this elite coaching.
Don't everybody ask your questions all at once.
I know. maybe I covered everything. I don't know.
One of the things that I was going to mention is something that we want you guys to know, but also it comes from a very loving place in our heart, is if something happens and you cannot meet the criteria to which you signed the contract for, you will be taken out of the group. And so one of the things that we have been finding out is that the higher you hold that standard, you have to keep that standard held. And sometimes we understand that life happens and that's okay. Like if something comes up and it's just like, it's just not my time, totally cool. We just have to take you out of the group. But we have to get to a point where when we say like, this is where we're like, for a long time, we all have really good hearts here, right? And we love you guys so much. But we find ourselves setting a standard here. And then we're like, oh, well, this person, okay, well, let's take it down. Oh, well, this person, well, let's take it down. That doesn't help any of us. And I really, really feel like that's how some people and some of us have sat in a not stagnant, but just not in a momentum phase. And so we're going to rise you up to rise everybody up. And so will be an expectation with all the love in our heart, but you have to know that if something happens and you're unable to meet what has been asked of you, then we will take you out of the group. And then you can join the next group. It doesn't mean that you can't join the next one, but just so you know that too.
And that was the same with Genevieve. So I will tell you, I held myself at a higher standard because I did not want Genevieve coming after me. Could you imagine Genevieve coming after you? Because I promise you, she was in my inbox a few times, not because I didn't show up, but she just asking how I was and how, I told her where I wanted to be at certain months and I wasn't hitting it. And she was like, what's going on, Cassie? And so like her and my coach, Chris, were all there. And so I will tell you, I showed up differently when I knew that they were going to lovingly check on me. And so that's kind of what this is. So any other questions? Anything? Okay. Hannah, anything else that stood out that you feel like we didn't? No? Okay. So again, elite coaching, we're going to start it on the 22nd on Thursday. It is going to be at 12:30 to 1. Yes, Hannah.
Okay, I forgot. You know how like in one of our threads we say hashtag blessed one? We're gonna do hashtag both boats. So anytime you help somebody, we're required to help at least one a month. And I'm just gonna be honest, there are some months where you're gonna add a whole bunch, it's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be some months you're struggling to get that one. That was me last month. Like I even front loaded. So who knows what the waves are gonna bring, but you just go with it. But when you add yours, do hashtag both boats, because if you're not familiar with both boats, there's the leadership cruise, and then the Emerald Extravaganza is also, that's to like an Alaska cruise. So that's why we're saying hashtag both boats. This is our goal. Like this is good. You get this duplication down to your teams. Reach out to your people. Like maybe there's people in your team. Well, you're going to learn stuff. I'll let Cassie take over on that part. I don't want to speak out of turn on that, but this isn't just for the people that made it on the call tonight. You might have people that want to join that maybe wasn't on the call that you need to reach out to and just talk to your team about it. Say, hey, excuse me. Hey, guess what? Some of the leaders are doing this. I'm joining in. Would you like to join in too? And just go from there.
And again, so anybody, like it doesn't have to be experienced like all of us. Like it could be a brand new person that wants the business, they're ready to run or they're ready to make an income from home. This is perfect for them. Because we're gonna have that one chat and we're gonna encourage every single day and we're gonna like meet up. So don't think of excluding people because they haven't been around long enough. Honestly, that's what this is for. If you want to grow a business, we're continually looking for new employees all the time. That's how you grow a business. We're here to, fill our faith team like no other with new people as often as we can. So we're going to help you make sure that, when you're reaching out, you're asking about the business. Are you posting about the business? Are you, things of that nature? Because yes, we can get people as customers all day long, but we need to elevate. And that was the one thing that changed when I reach out to people now, which I have a few that I need to go back to. Don't get me wrong. Every single person I signed up when I was doing Genevieve's coaching, the first conversation I had with them is, and hopefully I will ask Hannah or Julia to finish the sentence for me because I know that they know this. If finances ever, what?
If finances ever get in the way of your health,
Keep going.
well, that's not how I say it.
How do you say it?
Then I want to talk to you because I make it a priority to make sure that finances never come in the way of your health.
Exactly. However you want to tweak it, it's we never want your finances to ever get in the way of your health. So every
Yeah.
comment,
If cost becomes an issue,
correct.
I always tell people, if cost ever becomes, I always tell them, are you interested in learning more about the referral program? And here's the thing, guys, you have to remember Plexus has multiple ways to bless people. They have a business, which all of us are doing, and they also have a referral program. It's two completely separate things. So when you're talking to new customers, make sure they understand that. Say, there is a referral system, there's a business. If you need extra income in your house, I can totally help show you how to do that. But if that's not something that you really need right now, but you would like to know more about our referral program, it's a very, very powerful referral program. And make sure that they understand a referral program, literally, I mean, even if they don't do the switch over to Ambassador, which I've talked a little bit about that, but it's like $20 to $30 a person that they sign up, depending on the combo that you help them order. So that's a really nice little blessing to come off of their next month's order. 20 to 30 bucks could make, if they just do the triplex, could make the triplex right around $100. And that's so much more affordable for people if they do that on a monthly basis. So just remember to have that conversation and just say, hey, well, if you don't want to know anything about it now, if finances ever become a struggle, please let me know, because I make it a priority to make sure that finances never get in the way of your health. Yeah. Because that's a really, really important thing that most people don't think about.
Go ahead, Hannah.
So like what Julia was saying, some people, the referral program may not, that may be the better fit for them. And then you as leaders on this call need to know if that's what they choose. It's not a negative. They're blessed with the product credit, and then their points. So if it's a level 1, you signed up and they decide to go referral, then you're getting all of their referrals, you get their points. They go up to you. Now, if they ever decide to go the business side and become an ambassador, then they obviously will get those points. But in the meantime, it's not a negative, because used to, if you've been back in, it was like, it's very important that they got 100 PV. Like you had to do, there were certain things you needed to do. It was important that they became an ambassador and things like that. But I love this new comp plan where they do have that option. And just know, if they have that option, yes, they're getting blessed for product credit, but then you're also getting blessed with their points as well, because they go up to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One of the things I was going to mention was with the whole both boats thing, since I know we have a couple people who are pretty new on here. The program, the company always has a competition that they run, and that starts next month, which is why we're hitting this so hard, because both boats, you want to preload for that, because some of the stuff that you guys do this month is going to help you potentially earn that free trip in February. So that's why we wanted to start it this month, so that you guys could get going on that and really benefit, because that will add up, and it is a incredible opportunity. It's a really, really cool opportunity to get to earn one of the leadership conferences trips.
Yeah, it's Leaders Retreat. And so this next one is Leaders Retreat. It's in February. And so what starts next month? So what you do this month already sets you up for next month. So anybody that you already signed this month, you're going to get retention credits for next month. And then honestly, the people you signed up in June or July are also going to get retention credits. So they're going to backdate retention credits. So whoever you signed in the previous months, just know that's already going to set you up to where you're going to go in on September 1st and be like, oh, I already have 100 credits, I already have 200 credits, however they're going to do the contest. You're going to be blown away because you've done the work before the contest started. And that's what we want to do. That's why we want to start it now and not wait. We want to go ahead and set you up for now and not wait. Same thing. So, and again, on all these elite coaching, we're going to be talking about all of the things. Now, team calls are still going to look like team calls. We're still going to train. We're still going to whatever. Elite coaching will just be a little bit higher. We'll talk a little bit more in depth. really coach you to that, whatever you need level. So, okay. Anything else on that? And then don't forget Carissa's call is in about 10 minutes. And that call is on posting. So if you know of anybody that needs help with
You've written
posting or things of that nature, it's going to be incredible on that. Because I know in the beginning, that was the one thing that I struggled with, was posting and what that looked like and things of that nature. So try to get your brand new people that are wanting either the referral program, because you still have to, if you're wanting to refer people to get your products covered, you still have to learn how to post and reach out. And so those same things she's going to be covering over here in the next 10 minutes. So great little reach outs, making sure all of your people know so that they can get on that call. So any questions on the elite coaching? Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording. Do not get off. I'm going to stop this part.